YouTube family, welcome to another Coffee with Chris and Hollie.
Today I am not having coffee because the caffeine levels in my body have gone on an atrocious high.
I drank a lot of coffee today and now I'm done because I almost lost my mind earlier.
I am doing herbal tea with honey.
Today is our 4th day.
Yes.
Being non-smokers.
So.
And I decided I'm going to eat me some peanuts.
But isn't it amazing, like, how much money you save when you quit smoking?
Oh yeah.
That's a miracle in itself.
Speaking of money, we were thinking about what we're gonna do with all these riches that the government's about to give us.
Oh my gosh! Stimulus! I am so excited. There are so many plans that I have. I have so many ideas, so many plans, and it's just, I'm just waiting for it to hit my account. Woo! I'm excited. $600.
Well,
never mind that my small business was shut down and I have months of unemployment and bills.
It's crazy. It's crazy that I made it because I never got the last one. So.
Oh yeah. Chris never did get a stimulus check. Everyone was busting your balls so bad, talking about
Hey, I'm straight American, yo. You know what I mean? I don't need no handouts.
Well, I have so many plans for my handout. I'll tell you, it's gonna get me out of debt. I'm gonna start a new business. I'm gonna get into some. I'm gonna get into some new activities.
Well,
maybe take a vacation.
Well, that's what this video is about. We are going to give you 7 amazing things that you could do with your stimulus.
It's very stimulating. Are you stimulated yet?
The number one awesome thing that Americans could buy with their $600 stimulus check. Ba-ting! Guns and ammo. If I got a stimulus check for $600, that would be exactly what I spent mine on.
Just in case martial law gets evoked and, you have nothing really better to do with your time than to, do some target practice, maybe brush up on your squirrel hunting, possibly even pop a cap in your neighbor's ass. Who knows? You never know. But
you get to do home protection, hunting, survival, for your Second Amendment rights, just to be like, hey, I'm an American, I can have a gun.
And when your government lets you know how important you are by sending you a $600 check in the mail, just to let you know that they are there for you, and supporting you.
And you let them know in return about how much you appreciate that, and you buy you a gun.
What kind of gun do you buy?
Me?
For Mary out there who has never owned a gun in her life, what would you suggest she gets?
My advice for that would be to go to
semi-automatic rifle?
go to your local gun store. Definitely support the local privately owned gun store. Support them. Get their advice on what kind of gun you should get.
definitely used. I mean, with $600, you're not gonna.
No,
you're not gonna get much.
No, you could get a decently new gun.
Really?
With $600. Me personally, if I was handed $600 and they were like, "Hey, go buy you a gun," I would go get me probably a Ruger 1022, small caliber, a cheap caliber. I don't know how easy they are to get right now, because they seem like one of the calibers that sell out the fastest is them little 22s. But I would be buying and preparing more for hunting. Because if everything goes down and, the mark of the beast is on the way and...
You might want to be hunting large animals such as deer or moose.
Oh, well, 22 ain't really going to do it unless you're a very, very good shot.
Skilled marksman.
You'd have to be a skilled marksman to kill a deer with a 22, probably. But I'm more into...
Did I say moose?
Moose. But a 22 is a good weapon for squirrels. It's decent for self-defense, I guess, if you...
What does Mary need to pop a cap in her neighbor's ass if he tries to come over and start any crap with her while, the bombs are being dropped?
Should I show him? Let me show you what Mary needs for home defense. You ready? Okay. So this is my choice for home protection. I keep this right handy in the living room. This is a double barrel, pack a hole right in your ass, survival, home defense, kill anything weapon.
For decorative purposes only.
And they're cheap. Oh, this ain't for decoration. It's pretty, but it'll still blow a hole in your ass. And it holds two. I can pull two triggers at the same time and double hole your ass.
Oh.
So I guess if Mary just wants a simple gun to shoot, you can buy these pretty cheap, $200-300.
Okay, Mary has some money for ammunition left.
Brand new, $600. You can get a whole freaking bunch of ammo, and it's just you go like this.
Mary can have her own arsenal.
It's pretty easy. Throw you a couple shells in there, click it, pull the trigger, bow. So pretty simple. Pretty scary in the wrong hands.
But Mary's gonna be all right now.
Yep.
Especially when Greg comes over and tries to, take her silver and gold. She's gonna be just fine.
I wouldn't worry much about Greg. If you got your hands on one of them things, you just point and shoot.
Sorry, Greg. Not today.
Hard to miss.
Okay, number 2 on our list of things you can do with your stimulus checks. You can purchase canned foods and non-perishable items.
Like rice,
Beans.
And you could keep some first aid packed.
First aid, yes.
Packed with your food.
Yes.
So if you have a nice big old closet full of canned non-perishable foods, rice, beans, that's kind of what we stock up on. For the poor folks, you just buy as much rice and beans
and you never know what's going to happen after those stimulus checks roll in and martial law begins.
You're going to be stuck
A lot
at home.
of people are going to be needing some food that Walmart might not have at that point.
Don't forget that toilet paper. You don't want to be having to wash the same shirt or whatever over and over and over. So don't forget to rack up on
Toilet
that
paper is a necessity in the end times. Or you can use leaves. A lot of tree leaves will be suitable for that purpose.
It's kind of crazy though. How long did we go without really having to buy toilet paper?
Oh, months.
It seems like me and Hollie literally bought like 2 packs of toilet paper.
No, but really,
the whole year.
Let's talk about when you get the Kung flu.
Do we just not use much toilet paper?
When you get the Kung flu, it's all about your sinuses and the congestion and trouble breathing. That's why you have to wear a mask. So, really, toilet paper isn't going to help you if you get the Kung flu. Just to let you know, you don't have to.
You don't really have to stock up that much.
You don't have to panic buy, and you don't have to spend your stimulus check on toilet paper. because you're gonna be just fine.
I do honestly feel like that we bought toilet paper like 2 or 3 times.
Twice. I remember
in the whole year.
The one time we were panicking because we thought the lights were gonna go out for 10 days. We were like, we better get some toilet paper. So we bought one of those like 9 packs.
Yeah.
We still have that. We still have that.
So are we just like that neat at wiping our butts?
No, we just don't buy into the panic.
What I'm saying though, yeah, I mean, do we really make toilet paper last that long?
I mean, a couple squares.
Like a couple big packs.
Unless you really shit yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
if you really shit yourself, like a lot of these people come
They
down.
do get scared and shit themselves, I guess. So
You're gonna go through a lot more toilet paper when you're in that.
okay, I
mind
get
frame.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
The reason we don't need that much toilet paper is we don't really watch the media that much.
Oh.
So if you're a media fearmonger, you're probably gonna shit yourself a lot more than normal. So if you're a media fearmonger and you watch that every day, you probably should run the
Right.
food line and buy as much toilet paper
Right.
as possible.
Don't panic purchase though. You need as
How
much
do
of
we
your.
go? How do we go from food stores to toilet paper?
You don't spend your entire stimulus check on toilet paper.
That would be
or
a huge mistake.
It really would be
Huge
a mistake. And especially, I will. This is from me to you. Don't purchase your toilet paper from Wish.
Or Food Lion.
Wish. No. If you're gonna purchase your toilet paper, head to your local Walmart where everyone can gather there. But please don't go to your local churches, to try to get help with toilet paper or any other financial assistance because churches are not open. Walmart is open. So do check out your Walmart for all of your needs.
I have to say, that's very sad, Americans.
It is.
Walmart's wide open and your churches are closed.
Oh, so is Lowe's.
Oh yeah, everything. All the corporations, they're
Yeah.
wide open
But
for
the
business.
small businesses.
But not your church.
Nope.
Or your small businesses. That is not what this video is about, y'all. But we can't help to have
Open the churches. Open the churches because this is the time to be praising Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God, grow
He is
some
our Lord and Savior. He is the
balls.
only one that is going to save you from all that is coming. The tribulation will begin, and if your heart is not in it, if you do not have Jesus Christ, if you are not going to your church because your government says that your church has to be closed, that is on you. It is your soul. Number 3 on our list of things you can do with your stimulus check.
Okay. So for one, in my case, a nice strong tarp. But we put
A good
strong
tent.
tent that'll stand up.
I mean a good one, not one that you buy at Walmart. I
No.
mean a good.
Now you want one
sturdy
that'll last and
tent.
go through a little bit of weather.
Yeah.
You buy one from Walmart, the ones where you're camping for a weekend and you get the zipper all messed
Yeah.
up and it's just destroyed and mangled because you get so mad at the zipper in the door and you're just like, and you just rip the tent apart because the zipper sucks.
That is not a good strong tent,
not a
and
good
I would
tent.
not recommend a tent like that. But I would recommend it have a very good UV protection.
Canvas tent. That's what you want. A nice strong canvas tent, possibly with a open and closable chimney hole, just in case you want you a little fireplace.
But
in
what
there.
about protection against radioactive nature? What if
You gotta- you
what
just
if your
gotta-
environment suddenly became radioactive? I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm
well-
just asking.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to move back to number 2 and add aluminum foil. Lots of aluminum foil. If you're a conspiracy theorist and you believe number 3 that you're gonna end up living out in a tent, you should go back and add your aluminum foil to number 2.
Is that to make a hat?
Cover your whole tent.
Really? So it doesn't just protect your brain
No.
from outside radioactive forces.
Yeah. You got to cover your whole tent in aluminum foil.
That's amazing. That is amazing to me.
Yep.
That is very interesting.
Or you can buy those emergency sleeping bags. Like the emergency blankets. They're like aluminum foil.
Like the Mylar.
Yeah, the Mylar. So if you cover your whole tent in that and you make you a hat,
Oh.
you're good. You're good.
And you turn off the TV because you won't have a TV.
Yeah, you won't
have a TV.
Yep.
So
Good.
the effects, the negative effects from the social media will not be coursing into your tent.
Yeah, and then you won't have to carry around as much toilet paper.
Or ammo.
I wouldn't go light on that. I'd stay heavy on the ammo. That's why I was kind of saying, like a 22, the smaller the ammo, the more you have, the more animals you can shoot, and the more
Animals.
you need to shoot other living things, maybe, but mostly for hunting.
What about, I'm seeing a kayak.
Boats are good.
But kayaks are so expensive.
Make a kayak.
Make a kayak? What?
Make your own kayak for a 16th of the price.
16th of a price.
Of the
So
price.
if we had, let's just say we had a $600 check, could you make a kayak and have a good strong tent?
Yeah. And the backpack.
Survival pack.
And all
like a bug out bag.
and all the gear you need for long-term camping.
Huh.
$600.
That's very interesting.
Yep.
That's very interesting.
But I would definitely get the good strong tent that'll last. A good backpack to carry your necessities. Once you get away from the media, then you stop shitting yourself as much. So you need less toilet paper. So you can pack less toilet paper and pack more Mylar blankets, emergency blankets.
Okay. All right.
Settled.
Gotcha. Number 4. Number 4. The fourth way that you can spend your stimulus check when society goes cashless.
No, you got to do it before it goes cashless. So as soon as you get these
Don't turn your stimulus check into cash.
These are spur of the moment things. As soon as you get your check, you got to do it if you want these.
Number 4 is turn your stimulus check into silver
And gold.
and gold.
Alternate
Currency to avoid the mark.
Because that's why people are gonna want the mark, because they're not get their
They think that
money's gonna be gone. The banks are gonna
what?
close.
You know what, Chris?
You're not gonna have any cash to buy
Money's
anything.
gonna be gone. The banks are gonna be closed, and you're not gonna have any money, right?
Yep.
But who is gonna have money?
Whoever's passing out the mark.
The government. The government is going to make sure that they provide you with everything that you need. A $600 check to start. And that $600 check is going to let them know that you can be bought for $600.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have rioted. You could have rioted and said, hell no, I'm not taking $600. That is an embarrassment. That is an insult. Do you know how long I've been out of work? Do you know how much debt I'm in at this point?
Uh-huh.
$600. I could wipe my ass with $600.
I mean, we have made it this long. All the businesses shut down, and we just managed to just barely make it, and they're gonna reward us with $600.
But you know what that's going to lead to?
Gold and silver.
A cashless society.
Gold and silver.
Whereas you are dependent on your government to provide $600 a month, and that is what you sold out for.
Oh, is it a month?
That's where it's heading.
Oh.
That is where it's heading.
Dang, you guys might get $600 a month.
You sold
Never
out.
have to work again.
You sold out for $600 a month, but I guarantee you, When you get that $600 check, you're going to have to sign on the dotted line that you are agreeing to the New World Order, and that you are agreeing to a cashless society, and that you are agreeing to take the mark, which leads to the loss of your soul. And you're going to want it. Mary's going to want it.
You know why? Because they control the food. What wouldn't you do for food when your babies are hungry and they're crying?
Especially when your kids are hungry.
Starving. They're like, I want a snack. I want a snack. Like Elian does 24/7.
Can you imagine?
I want a snack. I want a snack.
And when your kids start
Imagine if you just don't have those snacks.
Yeah.
But there are these people over here. They're like, we got a whole Walmart FEMA camp full of snacks and food just for you. But you can't walk in here and use your stimulus money unless you get that.
Yep. Okay, number 5. Rolling on down that list of things that you can do with your stimulus check.
Well, when the TV's gone and there's like a nuclear war or whatever happens, it just knocks out all...
EMT, lights go out.
It knocks all the satellites out of space. They all fall and crash into like all the corporations, and the power plants go out.
But not Walmart. They don't crash into Walmart. Walmart's up and running.
Oh yeah, Walmart will still be fine. That's gonna be the FEMA camps. But and they're gonna have plenty of power. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of room for you.
Yeah.
But when all that goes down, you're gonna want to be able to communicate with the other people that haven't sold out.
True.
So, and you're gonna want to like know where everybody's meeting up and everything secretly. So you're gonna need you like a long distance communication device.
Like a CB radio?
Something like that. More like a ham radio. Is that what it is? I don't know
So
much
you're
about
saying
my ham
you're
radios
saying we
and
can't
stuff.
use our cell phones in the end times?
No, the nuclear war is gonna blow all the satellites out of space. You know, all the satellites up there floating around in space, the explosion.
Because it is towers.
If there were satellites in space, do you really think that you would be driving through the country and lose your phone signal? No. Do you know why you drive through the country and you lose your phone signal from the satellites? Because there ain't no satellites. There's towers.
That's the... As much as I enjoy these talks about there is no space, as much as I enjoy these talks, Mary is lost. She's lost. She doesn't understand why the government would be lying to her about her cell phone coverage being brought to her by satellites in space. Why on earth would you think that there were huge towers that go, what? Wouldn't those towers have to be at least a half a mile high? Maybe a mile high? Do you have any photographic evidence of these towers? Insert picture here.
But, yeah. I got one right here.
So let me get this straight, right? There are men who actually have to provide services to these towers that aren't supposed to exist. No satellites in space. Our cell phones are run by these towers. And if you go out into the country, which satellites should reach the country because they're out in space, they can literally reach anywhere on the plane.
Yeah.
But if they're controlled by the towers, that means the towers control us. If the towers go out, the cell phones go out.
And if there's a nuclear explosion or it could
Especially when the 5G towers take over.
Oh, that's scary.
5G produces a lot of symptoms like the flu. 5G produces headaches, nausea, dizziness, sore throat,
Yeah, it's funny
hard
how
to breathe.
it's kind of funny how, like, you know, last year when all this started, it was like people were talking about that's what happened in China. Like, people were just out in the streets. I mean, literally dropping, just dropping dead in the streets.
So to make a long story short, you need a good CB radio.
Long story short, you're definitely going to want a long distance communication device.
Possibly even solar powered.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if there's an EMT strike, there's not going to be any electrical
Well, you're going to need
outlets
extra
to charge
batteries, probably like a solar powered charging device. And
I mean, that shouldn't take up your whole stimulus check. I mean, you could get your long distance communication going on with your perishable food items and your toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
You could afford all that.
Oh yeah. If you go used and find you some good bargains, you could literally do this whole list off your $600.
You would have to look on Craigslist or Marketplace.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of expired canned foods.
Well, my shotgun I just showed you, not my only shotgun, but it's I paid around $100. So you still have $500 more for the rest of the list.
Number 6 on our list of things you can do with your stimulus check. Number 6.
Hollie came up with this one. I gotta give her the credit for this one, but it's great.
Potassium iodide. The biggest danger of a nuclear war is getting melted in the initial blast. But if you survive that, the residual radioactive material in the atmosphere, known as nuclear fallout, will put you at a frighteningly high risk of cancer. And potassium iodide can help protect you. Radioactive iodine, a component of nuclear fallout, can be easily absorbed by your thyroid, leading to thyroid cancer. By taking potassium iodide pills as early as possible, you can ensure that your thyroid is full of non-radioactive forms of iodide salt that will block absorption of this radioactive type. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends 130 milligrams a day for adults. Once radioactive iodine has entered your thyroid, potassium iodide cannot reverse the damage. Good thing these blister packs are easy to open in a jiffy. So potassium iodide is like super important. And if you want high levels of potassium in your blood,
make sure you eat a lot of peanuts, potatoes, and bananas.
Why potatoes?
Because they're good.
Do potatoes have potassium?
I don't know, but they're good.
Let's see. Do potatoes have potassium? 897 milligrams of potassium.
Yeah, but it doesn't say potassium iodine.
Oh.
But they do have potassium, huh? I was right. So eat your potatoes. They're good and they have potassium. That's actually pretty funny. I was joking around about potatoes. But of course it would have potassium. Potassium.
Oh,
duh.
please. That is just so lame.
Duh.
Okay. 9 iodine-rich food sources that can help prevent a deficiency. Seaweed. Cod.
I like seaweed.
Cod is a versatile white fish that is delicate in texture and has a mild flavor. Dairy. Dairy is a whole other video, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are still drinking cow's milk. Whew, whole other video. Blech. Iodized salt, shrimp, tuna.
I bet you that baby cow wouldn't drink your mama's milk.
Eggs, prunes.
Might, actually.
So if you have a bunch of prunes in your survival pack, bunch of shrimp, and prunes,
Well,
you're good to go.
Potatoes are heavy, but they last a long time. And you can grow them just about anywhere.
True. You can just,
I think you can grow.
You can just shove them in the ground and they'll grow.
I think you can literally grow potatoes like in the woods. In the shade in the woods. Like they don't need sunlight.
So we are almost to
potatoes it is.
our number 7 thing that you can do with your stimulus check.
Well,
Number 7 on our list is very important.
we want our number 7s on our list. We think 7 is a good kind of God's number. So we chose 7 things. So a lot of times if we do these videos, it's going to be 7 things. And number 7 is going to be kind of like, what would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do
What would
with
Jesus
the stimulus
do
check?
with the stimulus check? Number 7.
On our list of things you can do with your stimulus check.
Wipe my ass with it.
So are you telling...
After the whole struggle, over a year now, they've been shutting down your businesses, took your job, basically locked you in your house, turned your house into a prison.
You lost your mortgage, you can't pay your electric bill, you can't even pay your cable bill to keep yourself watching Fox News.
Your truck broke down and it's been sitting so long, it's stuck in the yard now with all this rain.
You can't put your kid in daycare anymore. Can't put your kid in school anymore. You have to teach them from home like it is your job. You are like you went to school to be a teacher or something.
And all you're worth to these dirt bags is $600.
$600.
So it's your choice.
And guess what happens when we cash this $600 check? They're gonna know that we can be bought for $600.
Exactly. So, it's your choice. You could buy a gun and ammo and make a statement. Just a little bit of a statement as an American.
You can pay your rent.
You could buy you some backup food just in case it gets any worse this year. You have some food to back you up.
You can pay your
feel
truck
a little
payment.
better and you know you won't starve. Pay your truck payment. Get you a good strong tent because you know if this continues, you're probably going to lose your house. See?
Pay your cable bill.
Or you can invest in gold and silver. You'll never be a victim of the mark of the beast, and you'll always have precious metals to trade for other things that you need, like food.
Or your internet bill.
Or you can get you some long distance communication, so while you're struggling and you're out surviving about, you can still talk to your friends.
Oh, you know your phone that got shut off because you couldn't pay your phone bill? Yeah, you can pay that.
And you can buy,
Or you
could plant a ton of freaking potatoes.
or banana tree
Or banana tree.
in the woods.
I advise potatoes. They seem a little easier to grow. Or you can
take
really
your-
make a statement and
You can
just...
take your stimulus check and shove it up your ass. Government.
I'm all about number one.
Hey,
I'm all about number 1, y'all. Do number 1. I would go buy a gun and ammo. And make that American statement that you can trick everyone into closing their businesses and trick them into not going to church, but you can't take my guns. Cause I'm an American and it's my right. It's my right.
Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yep.
We're just kidding. You should totally take your check and cash it and pay your rent.
Yeah.
And you should
For sure.
not shove it up your butt.
You would be a moron to not take that $600 and go buy you a gun.
You should never listen to the advice of two rednecks who don't even have their own lives together at this point. This is for entertainment purposes only. And we hope you enjoyed the video.
If you enjoy these videos, please let us know in the comments. We've had a lot of questions. Are you going dumpster diving soon? We're still trying to get the trucks going. And as soon as we do that, you'll be the first one to know.
If one more person asks us if we're going dumpster diving, I swear I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. We are stuck here. You see this little box you're watching? This is all we have. This is where we are. We can't go to dumpsters. We can't be scoring, not boring, because we're stuck in this little black box. You know what, Chris? They can help it. They can help get us out of this little black box.
Check out this new merch. Chris and Hollie show. Check this out. Dang right!
I'm feeling so ill, so dizzy.
We also take donations
Chris!
through PayPal. The link will be in the description.
Chris, I don't feel good.
We need likes.
I need likes.
We need likes and shares.
Please help me. Help me get out of this little black box. Your likes will help me.
And
help.
And if you wanna support the channel, go to the link and buy a shirt. Dang right.
There's even ones with like Flat Earth Studio, and there's one for the Elion Show. like and subscribe.
See y'all later.
I'm okay.